Hello, Lydia here from Reaching Heights, and welcome to your Track It Tuesday of the Daily 5. Today I want to talk about your calling, answering your calling. Okay, you can't ignore your calling, right? Because when you ignore that little voice inside of you telling you to express yourself a certain way, to say something, to do something, it only gets louder. And life is only going to come at you and is going to give you all these circumstances where it makes that voice get louder and louder and louder, and where that voice cannot be ignored. When you're meant to do something, it's almost like you're a piece of a puzzle, and the universe needs you to be who you need to be, right? It needs you to be that piece in that puzzle. So it's like, you can't really just ignore your calling. Like, you can try and hide from it all you want, but it's going to catch up to you. And that's the thing. You're always going to have, something is always going to, in your life, create an opportunity where you have to act upon your calling. And that calling could be, helping others, helping others through being a counselor, through being a parent, through being a mother. That calling could be just adding ease and comfort to those around you, right? I mean, I always say this when I talk about the gifts that we may have. I incorporate motherhood because your role could simply be being the mother to this genius that you're going to create. And that's okay. Like, that's a beautiful thing, right? Like, that's very necessary because these are the things that lead and create to the next. So we don't have to look at something and be some extravagant thing. Like, I talk a lot about goals and about doing, and I always want to make sure to balance the idea of like striving and working towards, this complete version of yourself and this beautiful, amazing version of yourself, but never losing sight that who you are now is also very worthy. Right? It's also very important because who you are now is part of the story, is part of the journey. And always allowing yourself to be and really honoring who you are in the moment and as you go through it is extremely important. Just as important as it is to get to be, whoever in the future, like your highest self, again, you're your higher self as long as you in every moment are being completely genuine with yourself and being the bigger person, remembering the bigger picture, but being very real with yourself and your emotions. That's how you're always going to be your highest self. It doesn't have to be this abstract idea of this abstract person, this abstract things that you'll have in the future. I always want to make sure that I clear that up between the now and the future, right? The now and what you want to create and how you want to improve, but you also have to be okay and love who you are and what you have right now. Right? That's very important. That's extremely important. Extremely important in all of it. Right? But, so that's kind of how you hone in on the idea. Like, what is your calling? What makes you happy? Because it is whatever that is for you now, it's what's going to get you to a different stage. And as you grow, what makes you happy is also going to grow. It's also going to develop. It's also going to transform. It's going to have new meaning, new energy, new something, because you're growing. So you're going to see things different, and your needs and your wants and everything else are going to be different as well. As you change, those will change as well. And so that's why, think about what it is now so you can work now, get through now, and you'll find yourself at a later point, just like, just how the time continuum exists within everything. What you did in the past is what's gotten you here, and it goes on and it continues in that way. But be true, answering your calling is being in true to yourself and true to that voice inside of you that's always telling you, maybe it's telling you speak up on this, or, be interested in politics, or, go, work, look at that bar over there. They're having karaoke, or they're having open mic, drop a line over there, go ahead and meet so-and-so who's working on producing a music album right now, like really answer your calling so you could get to where you want to go, where you're supposed to go. Don't ignore it, because it gets worse and life creates these circumstances worse for you to sit down and listen. So just listen the first time. And that's it. Don't ignore your calling, because that's who you are here to be. And be happy. You already know. Together We rise.